Hi everybody, I'm Jana. I want to talk today about being wrong. So often I find that people will not be able to allow themselves to make mistakes or be wrong. Now, I had a couple of situations this week where I was at businesses, and one was actually with the manager at my building, and they just couldn't admit that they'd made a mistake or an error, and it really was not that big of a deal. But because I can read energy and I can see what's happening for this one particular person that I'm thinking of, it's like he's trying so hard to be perfect, so perfect. It's almost like he has no space to breathe. He can't even it's just trying to be too perfect. I taught yoga for 20 something years, and I remember we used to always say it's not yoga perfect, it's yoga practice. It's like there's no perfect pose. It's an experience of being in the pose, of immersing yourself inside yourself, and it's not about the perfect pose or the way that it looks. We're human beings. We're spiritual beings here having a human experience. And I know I worked really hard for myself to release any feelings that I had taken on from childhood that wouldn't allow me to feel comfortable making a mistake, or feeling wrong. So, I mean, think about our childhoods. We are taught so often, actually in our whole childhood, especially in school, that it's not okay to make a mistake. It's not okay to be wrong, and we have to do things so perfectly. And if we don't get, the proper grades, we can get in trouble, or this can actually cause non-beneficial fundamental beliefs. There are all different types of non-beneficial fundamental beliefs that we can carry, and when we have these beliefs held in 4 or more categories, it actually becomes a belief. So we can have these created when we're young, especially when we're younger, and we begin carrying these non-beneficial fundamental beliefs with us that might say something like, using the being wrong as an example. If I make a mistake, I'm unlovable. Or if I'm wrong, I will not be accepted. Or if I'm not perfect enough, I won't be accepted, or I won't be loved. That's an idea of what a non-beneficial fundamental belief is. So we have these, we all have hundreds of them that get held in our morphogenetic field, or in our unconsciousness, or in the cells of our body. And we have all different kinds of non-beneficial fundamental beliefs that we can hold on to. As well as we can even have a freeze or flight free held in our system as well, from like making a mistake. We could have a freeze pattern that gets set up. So where, like this person that I was speaking of, the manager of my building, like maybe he's literally frozen in himself and not able to even admit to himself that he can't make a mistake. I mean, of course, this is unconscious, right? He's not even aware that he is operating this way. And it doesn't feel good, even if it's in denial, even if, you think you're being amazing and successful and this and that. If we're holding these non-beneficial fundamental beliefs, any of them, it's not serving us. And I personally don't think that you can feel very good if you can't feel comfortable being okay making a mistake, being okay being wrong. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you or us if we make a mistake. We're beautiful and amazing, just like we are. And we must, I think, give ourselves permission to be able to make a mistake and feel comfortable. It's okay. So we want to do everything we can to clear out these non-beneficial fundamental beliefs, or the patterns that got set up. Like I said, it could be a freeze pattern, or flee pattern, or an anger pattern as well. And then we also have neuro-emotional imprints that can get held inside of our bodies and in our organs, which can literally make us ill, can make us sick. If we all have neuro-emotional imprints that we get from childhood, and that we also carry from lifetime through lifetimes until we actually clear them. So this little video was about being wrong and helping us learn how to accept ourselves and love ourselves even when we make a mistake. You're loved, we are lovable, and we are not here to be human, perfect, anything. I don't know if you know a perfect human. I think we're all perfect. Perfectly perfect in our imperfections, perfectly beautiful, just the way that we are. So really bringing that into yourself and working with this for yourself, noticing if it's challenging for you to be wrong or not be perfect, and really working on a lot of self-love and self-acceptance for yourself, as well as maybe for other people, and just really moving through yourself and in your own life, having more love and more compassion for yourself and for others. So please, it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. Honor yourself, love yourself. You're amazing and you're beautiful, and there's nothing wrong with you. I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for listening today. I'd also love to hear your feedback. Thank you. All my love. Namaste.